Their Majesties would invite into their court Morwenna Hurlihie to answer the question before her.
No princely palace was not first humble stone. No luxurious tapestry was not first simple string. No magnificent feast was not first humble grain. By sweat and labor, by love and skill, does the ordinary become a masterpiece. See and know Morwenna Hurlihie, a humble artisan from simple beginnings who has filled this world with beauty, summoned today by the Tiger Throne to answer for this legacy.
Greetings. Earlier this day, we spoke to you about your potential of joining the Order of the Laurel. We sent you the vigil. We sent you to take advice from the members of the Laurel and others. And would ask you now, being not encumbered by any voice but your own, if you will join the Order of the Laurel. We are glad for your answer. Is there a member of the Order of Defense who would speak on behalf of this candidate?
Your Majesties, there is. Hello? If I may?
Yep.
Please. Hello, everyone. I am Effing Thomas, a member of their Order of Defense, and today I would speak for Morwenna. And I would also issue a challenge to those who have not yet met Morwenna. I would challenge you to try and exist near her while hungry. I don't think it can happen. And that is an extension of what I would say the dedication of Morwenna is to what we do as a society. I will also say that the way at which she expresses her interests and arts and pulls people in is actually insidious. You will end up helping make food for other people who are also trying to be fed by her. You think you're helping do stuff for other people. It's her plan. It's amazing. I've been part of it. I have been a beneficiary of it. And for that and many other reasons, I thank you so much for what you're doing today. She is absolutely my peer, and I love you.
Is there a member of the Order of Chivalry who would speak for this candidate?
Majesties, I, Sir Talon, have the honor to speak for us. May I? The Order of Chivalry usually talks about one's prowess, and to me, someone's art is their prowess. But I'm going to get to that in just a little bit. I first want to talk about her heart. I've known her for years. And if you've ever known her, you're going to see her camp, you're going to hang around, and there may be a practice chicken going on, or emergency sausage. Because, as Effing has already said, she'll feed you, just in case she's afraid that something may not come out right, or something's just not right. Spoiler, it's all always good. You'll never be, as he said, going around hungry. But now, to her art. She started humble, I'm gonna pee in a bucket and wash wool with it. She's going around and happened to make some famous Winnegas that was made for my elevation. which it happens to be also the fact that the breed of sheep that was used are the same ones that made from the cloaks of elvins in Lord of the Rings. So yes, I'm wearing winegars of elven kind. So in her heart, her art, and other things I know, she is my peer.
Is there a member of the Order of the Pelican who will speak on behalf of this candidate?
Your Majesties, I am Mistress Sarah Eric's daughter, and I would like to speak for the Pelican this time. So I was trying to think about which characteristic to address while speaking for the Pelicans, because there are so many. Morwenna is talented, she is skilled, she is dependable, she is competent, she's unassuming, and she can be fierce when necessary. But then I realized that one of the parts of my definition of service is providing correct facts. Yeah. Oh, yes. So I would like to speak to her service from the knowledge perspective. And pretty much every time I talk to her, I will either learn something new that I didn't know, or I will learn that she knows about something and has experience with something that I didn't know that she did. I actually didn't know that you did a lot of cooking. I just learned that. I also didn't know about unfired sport weights, and I learned that about 10 minutes ago. So, I proved my point. I appreciate that the way that she instills knowledge to all of us is so easy and so polite, right? I'm not speaking for the roses, but I still recognize, like, she doesn't correct you because you're wrong. She corrects you because she wants you to know more. She teaches you because she wants you to know more. And basically the knowledge just sort of exudes. And that to me is actually a service, because we're actually, most of us are here to learn, right? And to find out something new every time we come together. So I would also just like to point out that I am really grateful anytime Morwenna shows up, because I know that things are going to go smoothly and they're going to go without fuss. You are one of the most capable people that I know, and we need more of those here. So, thank you, Your Majesty.
Is there a member of the Order of the Rose that would speak for this candidate?
Your Majesties, may I address your populace?
Yes, Your Excellency.
Good people of the East, I am Marquesa Violante do Porto. I'm here before you and your crown today because Morwenna hasn't updated her ICOP since I moved to the middle. So I will claim the clerical error. Most of you know me, some of you don't. For those who don't, you should know I'm like a rock concert.
Yeah.
Most people stare, smile, and are momentarily dazzled by the V show. As Baroness of Ostentation, I am typically flashy, distracting, and loud. Morwenna is none of, I can't look. Morwenna is none of those things. She is quiet and modest, so most people, as previously mentioned, have no idea how enormously talented and kind she is. If I'm a Super Bowl halftime show, Morwenna is the Grand Canyon. You cannot possibly fathom the majesty until you see it for yourself. Pictures can never do adequate justice to the beauty and the scope of this woman and her talents. All you can do is feel small, but somehow fortunate to have experienced it in person. You will walk away from her company permanently changed and inspired. Your Majesties, I have lived or reigned in 7 kingdoms over 20 years. I have been to every war on this continent. I have met few people of her caliber. The level of kindness, generosity, curiosity, courtesy, and inspiration Morwenna demonstrates has only been met by a handful of heroes. This society needs more of what she represents. There isn't a peer-like quality she doesn't possess in limitless supply. remains the will of the Crown to recognize the treasure in front of you. I, and many others, will be in your debt. Today, please assign and affix your seal, and forever glorify the East by admitting her to your order of the law.
Is there a member of the Order of the Laurel who will now speak for this candidate?
Yes, Your Majesties. I am speaking today for Mistress Elena Hilton. Yes. She is honored to send these words, and I am honored in turn to read them. I can't spin. The teacher said I was a lost cause. I said that to Morwenna 15 years ago, sitting in her warm house drinking tea. Yet somehow, over the course of the evening, without ever feeling pressured or pushed, I ended up with a drop spindle in my hand. Spinning fiber she had gifted me, following the movements that she demonstrated so gently and with such love for the art. I felt comfortable and inspired enough in her presence to try spinning again, despite my horrible prior experiences. Several years later, I won our Kingdom Arts and Sciences Championship with the spinning and weaving project that would have been entirely impossible without her literal years of help and support. I am absolutely certain that there are countless other artisans here and throughout our kingdom who have likewise been taught, encouraged, or inspired by Morwenna. She brings that same warm encouragement to her videos on dairying, her demonstrations of cooking over a fire, and her countless other classes and lessons on a staggering number of topics. Morwenna has also practiced and worked to achieve a level of technical skill in spinning and weaving that is truly incredible. At her first event, I watched her stun a collection of fiber laurels from across the room as she just quietly and expertly spun as she walked. Since then, I have seen her work and abilities described by our most knowledgeable experts as being some of the best they have ever seen, which I entirely agree with. With her brilliant skill, her shining love of her art, and the unending care and support she gives to others, Morwenna is the best of what the Laurelet should aspire to. She is undoubtedly my peer. Thank you.
Their Majesties would have their Order of the Laurel join them.
Good members of the Order of the Laurel, you have heard the words of the other peerages who tell us that this candidate is worthy of elevation. We have heard the words of you, also have told us that this should be done, and it will be done. Is there a medallion?
Yes, Your Majesties.
Is there a history of the medallion?
It was made by me, the cord is made by Ariel.
Thank you.
Is there a coat?
There is.
Right side up.
This is made by Astra's eldest daughter.
Are there brooches?
There are, Your Majesty.
These were made by Master Robert LaFleur.
Is there a wreath?
Yes, Your Majesties. This was made by Christoph of Swarm.
Though I may never wield arms, I will raise my weaving sword. And I will endeavor to always provide a safe place for all in the East to come and find shelter and feed them whether they are hungry or not. And endeavor to serve the thrones and the populace to the best of my ability.
We, Emerson,
And Tyndall.
hear your words, know your heart, to be true and faithful to this kingdom and its populace. We have heard all of the tales of you and know that you will always endeavor with your fealty today to take care of us and our kingdom.
Our heart, our stomach. You have our arm and sword in your defense in times of conflict. And our heart and warmth in times of peace.
This we so swear until the crowns leave our heads or the world end.
Goodly is the skill of Morwenna o' Hurlihie, whose fine threads demonstrate mastery and knowledge. Thus, for her grace and skill, do Tyndall and Emerson, King, Sovereign, and Consort of the East, induct her into our Order of the Laurel. Further, do we bestow these arms by letters patent, vert and fest 3 drops spindles argent, words by Eloise Coulter, scroll by Aridin Guillaume.
And now draw kayfabe.
For Morwenna, newest companion of the Order of the Laurel.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Yeah.